otherwise was fun. But ultimately, it ended in failure. This time around, I want to win. So on a budget of only $25 per week, we're going to build a competitive PK deck that can not only beat content creators, but also top locals and take on regionals when they return. Join me on this journey to become the next king of games. This is sealed only Yu-Gi-Oh! Road to Kingship. Well, we managed to pull Arc Rebellion last week, but unfortunately it never even saw play. So, did we really pull it? Did we? Well, technically we did, but whatever. Anyways, I realized that we need to up our consistency and improve our ability to play through hand traps. And the best way I can think about doing that is by getting guaranteed pulls through the legendary hero decks and opening our third and final box. This will help us finish our playsets of Fogblade, Effect Veiler, Kagemucha Knight, and Junk Forward. This is great because it gives us a lot better extenders, starters, and interruptions. After this, we can finally take the real deep dive into the tins, start our endless hunt for our Torn scales. Maybe, just maybe we'll get lucky and pull the playset early, so I don't have to open this godforsaken set for like 10 weeks. I don't want a repeat of Legendary Duelist Season 2. Now, of course, if you want my luck to be better, you gotta hit that subscribe button, because the more likes and subscribes I have, the better my luck is. That's just how it works. We gotta get to that 500 number. Once I hit that, that's for sure when I'll have my full complete deck. That's just how the universe works. That's what the universe wants. The universe wants you to subscribe to me so I can have all the shiny cardboard I could ever want. Another way you can help me out is by joining my Discord down below. If you want to submit a challenge to me, you can submit it there, as well as you can ask me questions for my 2-year Ask Me Anything. Oh boy. Speaking of challenges, our challenge this week is the same as last time. We are going to be trying to do the challenge where we have to make Dark Rebellion, use its effect, then rank up into Dark Requiem and use its effect as well. Something that we haven't really done because it's kind of worthless to do that. But I digress, that's our challenge. Finally, the last way you can help me is by watching my other content. The other day, I came out with the newest episode of the Magic Progression series, and I think it's my favorite so far, so it'd be awesome if you just check it out and let me know what you think. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into those packs. More decks. And this will be the last of the pre-con. This is all we need to get a 3 of all of our important cards. Ooh, that one opened a lot easier than the last one. Also, as I'm recording this, I don't know if this is going to be week 8 or week 9. I don't want to do boxes 2 weeks in a row, but it depends on if my tins come in, because I'm recording this on the 28th of what's the month then? September, that's the month. 20th of September. So if my decks are not in by the time, well, they will be in, but let's just say this is week 9, alright? Let's just say this is week 9. Problem solved. Anyway, we're here to finish playsets. This is all we're here for. Finishing the playsets out of here, and then we're done with, ooh, there's some damage on this one. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like bends there. Bottom text, Konami quality control. So again, we'll take the third one out. We really want the third 20s, sure. Don't want any of these guys, really. See here, we want the third Kagemucha is what we're here for. Third Effect Veiler. Third Fogblade. And I think that's it. Maybe the third Shade. Again, it's a brick. I don't even know if I'm using it. Hee because I'm recording this literally 30 seconds after I recorded the week 8 opening, because, you know, I had both boxes right there. So we're just grabbing the staples out of here. I might not even open the hero deck, because I don't think there's anything out of there I actually need. Anyway, we got that. Playset of Ultra Dark Holes, let's do it. Squiddly boobly 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 boobly, cards, and Chalice. I think that's the last of what we need. We already have the playset of that. I don't want to place that True Nades. I don't think they're very good. Yeah, I think that's everything we need, actually. We'll open this for posterity's sake. Just for posterity's sake. If I can find the dang... Ding-dang, there we go. Okay, that was another card. Oh yeah, this is going to be a little shorter of an opening because you just saw this product last week, and this is the third time we're opening this product. Well, I guess I can put the extra Ultra Malicious in my binder, so that's good. Again, another Celestial is pretty cool. Maybe... I think I will go for DPE. I don't know. Depends on if their tag gets reprinted, just because it's going to be so hard to pull on my budget. But if it gets a reprint anytime soon, I think I will go for it. But yeah, here are our spoils. Whoops. Hello. Here we go. There we go. Alright. So most important spoilers are the Forbidden Chalice number 3, Dark Hole number 3, Fogblade number 3, Effect Veiler number 3, Kagemucha number 3, and Twin Twisters number 3. Those are the most important ones. And if there's space for the other pulls, we'll use them, but Alright, let's get into locals. We start this week by going first against Bird Up, the worst deck on television. We start by normal summoning an Armageddon Knight and sending an Ancient Cloak. Unfortunately, our opponent DD Crows our Cloak, and that effectively stops our turn, so all we can do is set one more and pass. They start their bird combos by discarding a Fractal and a Lyrilisk. They go through their combo line where they get out their guy that summons from grave and we chalice it. But they're able to continue doing their birdie stuff and they make the Xyz that can attack directly. We hit it with the Effect Veiler though, so it can't get out of Zeus. Still, during their main phase, they are able to detach an Herbal and use it to search. After that, they pass to us. On our turn, we can normal summon Greaves and Special Boots. We're able to then link into Pentastag and summon a Strangleanius. We then link into a Bardiche and attempt to use its effect. Unfortunately, it's met with the Imperm. We go to our battle phase and we attempt to hit into his Xyz, but he uses this effect to prevent it from being destroyed by battle and card effects, so at that point it's not even worth attacking. During our second main phase, we use our Silent Boots to get a Fogblade. We set a card, and we pass. On his turn, he uses a Fractal to send itself, and I stupidly used the Fogblade without realizing which effect he was using, so it doesn't even matter. He activates 1/1 from his hand, bringing out another bird, and uses it to add a Nerval to his hand. Then they go into a Ferrijit and bring out a Nerval. They then use the Nerval to bring out a Shrag and banish our Bardiche. They enter the battle phase and hit us for a lot, and then in main 2, they link off first a Morgue. In response, we revive Greaves with our Fogblade because we don't want to get stuck under the barrier statue. Next, they make an Ensemble Robin, and during their end phase, they get out an Apex Avian. All we can do on our turn is set one and pass. On their turn, they're able to assemble Lethal, and they take the game. Match 2, I'm gonna be brief going forward because it's currently 10 PM on Friday, and I need to get this done. So, we end up going first, and we end on a board of Bardiche, or as I would like to say, but our opponent hit us with a Nibiru and a Lancia. Life is tough without Crossout Designator. On our opponent's turn, they actually brick, so all they can do is normal summon a Chaos, which we negate, and so all they can do is smack us for a little bit of damage. In the main phase 2, they crow our Ragged Gloves, and for some reason, that passed their turn. On our turn, we're able to make a Dark Rebellion, and we use its effect to have Nibiru and smack it for some damage. After that, we pass. On our opponent's turn, they get a bird call off the top, Sag, and they make a Ferrijit, which we Fogblade. After that, all they can do is pass. And again, following them, all we can do on our turn is pass. Back to them, and they make a Smorg and they get a barrier statue up in the end phase. On our turn, we're forced to attack into the barrier statue. Then in main phase 2, we bring back our Bardiche. We use our Bardiche effect to bin our boots and set a Fogblade. Then we use boots to search the rank up spell. Then we make Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. On their turn, they attempt to Nerval, but we negate and destroy it, and after that, they surrender to us. Let's go. Game 3, sadly we get barrier statued out of the game, so it doesn't even matter. Nothing? That's for a dragon cycle. Okay. We got Dark Sword, Bird, CW, Power Bond. Match 2, and we're going against Magical Muskets, a deck I've never played against before. We go first, and we manage to make a board of Bardiche with 2 set back row, and we pass. On their turn, they make the Magical Musket Link monster. We attempt to negate its effects, but they have the trap in hand and they negate our negation. They use this effect to bring out 2 more dudes and they pass to us. On our turn, we use Rusty to send a Cloak instead of Fogblade. We search out a Boots and summon it. Then we try to use our Monster Reborn, but he negates that with his trap card. We still manage to make a Breaksword, and when we attempt to use Bardiche's effect, it gets negated. We then use Breaksword to pop itself and one of his monsters. We then use its effect to bring back 2 PKs and to go into Dark Rebellion. We use its effect to have his monsters attack and increase our own attack. Then, we use Launch to make Arc Rebellion and use its effect. Pass back to him after swinging for a lot of damage. His turn, he goes into Nightmare Cerberus and pops our Arc Rebellion. As it turns out, Arc Rebellion is actually immune to monster destruction, but we forgore. So, after this, he passes to us, and we were able to make a Breaksword on our turn and clear his board. Main 2, we make a Zeus, and we pass to him. All he can do is set some back row, and on his end phase, we Zeus, and he concedes the game. Game 2. He lets us go first again for some reason, and we're able to send a board of Breaksword and a Shade Brigandine. Don't ask. On their turn, our opponent is able to make his Link monster, and we Fogblade it. Back to us, we attempt to Breaksword, and it gets Book of Moon. After that, we make a Pentastag, which gets respond to the Phantasme. After all that, we set one more and pass. On his turn, he makes the Link again, he searches 2 spell traps. He attempts to go to battle and attack our Pentastag, but we Sword to increase his attack and protect it from destruction. Sadly, he has the last stand and is able to negate the effects. Camera stopped recording, but we did make Dark Requiem after using Dark Rebellion's effect. We pass to our opponent, and they can't do anything. Back to us, we use Dark Requiem's effect to make Cerberus 0, and I count this as us accomplishing our challenge since both of our effects targeted the same monster. Then we search Fogblade and pass off. On their turn, our opponent desires it and sets a card and passes. We attempt to swing for game, but our opponent books us, so main 2, we make a Bardiche and set a Fogblade. Their turn, they make the Link 1, realize that they've lost the game, and they surrender to us. Alright, match 3, and this is huge. We're currently 2-1 going into round 4 because I got a bye round 2. If we manage to win this match, we will top locals and actually get prizing after 9 weeks of this stuff. Never mind, we get dunked on by rocks, so we end up going 2-2 with nothing to show for it. This week actually went pretty well. We won a whole match, and that's better than we've done most of the series. Now technically Blue Eyes I think has a better win rate at this point, but Blue Eyes was versus a very low powered meta, whereas I'm actually facing like good decks this time. So I'm happy that I was even able to take a match. However, it's still very plainly obvious to me that our deck is not up to snuff, and because of that we are going to finally start our journey through the Megatons to try and get good old baby Torn Scales. I want him so bad, I can almost taste him. I'd like to thank you all for watching again, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.